comics are stupid.
No Harry Potter movie is good.
And you're like, give me the Snyder Cut. Oh, sorry, just walk in front of you here. Gonna put my popcorn down. Oh, sorry, gotta put this here.
Universal needs to sue Sony.
Hey, I'm an idiot. I was fired from Fox. Let me go.
I'd like actually to see Venom just crush Spider-Man.
Hello everyone. So we're back today.
Yeah.
And so there's no news because nothing's happening. So we have like two topics. We'll be doing our bracket, and then that'll be it because nice, easy stuff, right?
Barely anything going on.
Yeah. Speaking of nothing going on, Comic-Con won't be going on this year. Haha, I did it this time. So yeah, Comic-Con won't be happening this year because of the world situation and whatnot, which obviously sucks because, no Hall H panel, which means no Marvel, which means more length of time with no Marvel. And that obviously sucks. Did I lose you again, or are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, I wasn't sure because, yeah. So Comic-Con's we always get great news to talk about, but of course now it's being canceled. Well, yeah, it was kind of expected. Maybe Marvel will hold a virtual Hall H panel where anybody can attend.
Okay,
now,
that's pretty good.
If they do that, that'd be great. Do you know why?
Why?
Because then we can watch it.
True.
Then we don't have to wait for secondhand accounts and footage.
True.
See, these are the ideas which Marvel needs to listen to us for. See, this is why we have a podcast, so we could talk about these ideas which we believe are the best for us, Yeah, so I mean, there isn't much to talk about in terms of Comic-Con being canceled, except that it is, and so that kind of sucks. But it'll be resuming next, and I'm sure Star Wars Celebration will go next. So, speaking of going, I did it again. Artemis Fowl we now know Artemis Fowl will be going on to Disney Plus on a certain date in some month. I think it's August, but I have to check because I don't remember now. I think so, yeah. It was supposed to come out in July in theaters, and then they decided not to do that because, they don't want to... June 12th. I was completely off there. It was supposed to come out in May, and then they decided to move it to June 12th because they don't want to waste their limited end-of-year theater spots with a movie like Artemis Fowl, which is going to just bomb anyways. So they'd rather get whatever viewership they would get off Disney Plus. Because anybody who wants it, then it's just a reason for them to go get Disney Plus rather than putting it in theaters just so it can bomb, Which is smart. I mean, if I were them, I would just put everything on Disney Plus and just say, you know what? Let's just stop doing the whole theater release thing. It's like a lot of work. And so, yeah. I mean, unless you're trolls, in which case you just shouldn't be made. And no one should ever be allowed to make that. Like, those people never deserve to make another movie. Like, when you're so desperate that you rip off a Barbie plot, because that's what it was. I was trying to think, what did they rip off? And it was a Barbie plot from a Barbie movie I watched way back when.
God.
That's how desperate they were.
No.
And they ruined so many careers. Like, what did Anna Kendrick do to be put in this? Ozzy Osbourne. You got so many great people. I mean, the guy from Cats, the funny guy from Cats.
Nobody in Cats.
Shoot, I can't remember his name. He's like the British dude from Cats. Why can't I?
Corden.
Corden, thank you. Yeah.
He's not.
If Cats didn't, I mean, like, because most people think he's funny because he has his own show and stuff. But I mean, if people thought Cats was funny, then, if people thought Cats ruined his career, this just kind of flushed it down the drain. And the music, it made me. I think I don't like music anymore. So there's that too. Like any music, like all music is like awful now because of the stupid movie. So it was a very awful movie. It was like an acid trip, except a really bad one. Not like a good, peaceful one, but like a really bad one. So,
yeah. One of my friends said it was like an LSD trip, or as you said, an acid trip.
But not even a good one. There's some good kind of acid trip movies where it's like, yeah, this is like an acid trip, but at least it's kind of like, blissful in a way, But this is just awful. Exactly. But this is just awful. It's not, it makes you hate movies. Like, I hate it. I don't want to watch another movie until I watched Jackie this morning. And then I was like, okay, this kind of restored my faith in movies. So that's good. That movie was awful. Like, I don't think I've ever been so angry after a movie. And I've seen some pretty bad movies. Let me tell you that.
So that's like that must be on your podium of like worst movies.
Oh no, it doesn't even deserve that. It doesn't even deserve the worst movie. Like, compared to this movie, Catwoman, like the Catwoman movie, and Batman and Robin seem like masterpieces. So just think about it. Yeah. And not only did it also had a super like obvious racial message, which was so like the only way you could have made their racial message more obvious was if you literally just label people black people and white people. Like, that's the only way you could have made it any more obvious. And also they could have just said this is a Barbie movie where we're trying to make modern. So I believe there's one more like topic of 2 seconds worth of like stuff. I don't even know what the last topic is. Oh right, Sam Raimi. So yeah,
the director of the best Spider-Man movies.
yeah, sure. No, not John Watts. I don't know what you're talking about. John Watts isn't directed Doctor Strange 2. Sam Raimi is. So he's been confirmed if it was.
He's directing Doctor Strange 2?
Yeah.
That's
We talked about this when it was even. Yeah, well, I mean, like it was like basically confirmed, but he never actually said it until now, and now he said it, and he's like, Doctor Strange is like on my top 5 favorite MCU or Marvel or superheroes after Spider-Man, Batman, and some other people. So, I mean, expect a Batman cameo and a Spider-Man cameo in this movie at some point. I'm just telling you right now. But yeah, so are you excited for Doctor Strange 2?
Yeah, because it's Sam Raimi, and he made the best Spider.
This is true, but Doctor Strange 1 was also very good. But this will just be even better. So yeah, Scott Derrickson, no one's mourning for you anymore because you just got replaced by someone who's better than you, so...
True.
It's kind of... So, yeah. I mean, James Gunn's been talking a lot, too. Everything and nothing. He doesn't have plans to make any more Guardians movies after 3. He also said some stuff that he's not, like... He didn't... There was no really, like, any sort of scoop. But he was like, the Suicide Squad takes place in the year it comes out, and the 6th word spoken in the Suicide Squad movie is today, like the word today. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but we're just gonna assume it isn't, and yeah. So that's something he's been doing. So speaking of something, we have a bracket which is just gonna kill us inside. Do you have your coin ready? You're totally not reading your coin.
I've hurt people too.
You have to learn how to live with that.
Anybody accidentally kills anybody in a fight, they go to jail. It's called manslaughter.
Your interior decorating tips have always been appreciated, Douglas.
You ever hear the shoulder touch? I don't feel anything emotionally except for rage.
How do we know the good guys from the bad guys? If they're shooting at you, they're bad.
He's my brother.
He killed 80 people in 2 days.
He's adopted.
Hold on. Let me get a new coin. One that hopefully isn't being controlled by ghosts. And then good to go.
I mean, those ghosts have been very helpful to you, so I mean,
Favoritism.
Yeah, by ghosts. So, are you ready to be heartbroken again?
I don't know.
Well, you're gonna have to be heartbroken, so you don't have much of a choice. So, yeah, let's talk about the first movies while you're trying to find your coin. The first movies are the first seed and the 17th seed, which are Deadpool and John Wick 2.
Right.
I don't know. I think I know who you're going to vote for. Now, look, I'm going to say this again. I'm using the exact same argument I used for, when did I use it? For Locke for John Wick 2. And I'm using the exact same argument against John Wick 2 now, which is Deadpool is original. John Wick 2 is a sequel. Why does John Wick 2 get any sort of credit here? John Wick 1,
John Wick 2 is a sequel to an original, I guess you can call it.
We're not talking about Deadpool 2, we're talking about Deadpool 1, the original, the OG R-rated superhero comedy, just R-rated superhero, good R-rated superhero movie.
What
like,
about the comic?
Comics are stupid. Wait, sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Oops. Well, there's a hot take. No, comics are great. We named our channel after comics, therefore we love comics. So I didn't say anything about comics. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. You know what's gonna have to happen.
Yeah, that's censored.
Also, I have the best intro for the best of the decade stuff, which hasn't been flagged for copyright. So yay. And the intro probably played at some point too, because I have an intro. I think I might make more intros, but we're gonna see, because I like it. It's fun. Although I need you to find a scene from Spectre for me later.
Right.
So, anyways, back to John Wick 2 and Deadpool. Look, John Wick 2, it's a great movie. But Deadpool
Excellent.
is an even better movie.
John.
I mean, you could argue that it isn't, which is what I'm doing here. And like if you like like the movies, like Deadpool 2, I agree, a bit more of a train wreck, but Deadpool 1 is just pure perfection. John Wick 2 is good, but not.
Think about John Wick, just Keanu Reeves, John Wick, and just what happened. Kill Street, like
Deadpool.
like myself,
Deadpool.
enjoy seeing, like a
Deadpool.
pencil down the ear. What the hell?
Deadpool.
A pencil down.
Deadpool also had extreme violence, so I mean,
John Wick like takes it to
No.
another level.
Did John Wick cut off his own hand?
I mean, yeah, he did. He cut off his own finger.
His own hand, whole hand,
No,
the
he cut off
wrist.
his wood. Was it wooden?
Because, yeah, that was the third movie. We're not in time with the third movie. Did he cut off his own hand in the second?
No, but he did in the movie after that one.
Well, we're talking about the second one. The third one got eliminated.
Damn, that's sad.
I mean, it was going up against John Wick 1. I think the coin is the tiebreaker. Yeah, so I'm voting for Deadpool. I'm assuming you're voting for John Wick 2. So
Yeah. Hold on.
Tell me which one it is, and I'll tell you which heads and what's
No,
tails.
wait. I just dropped the coin. That wasn't the official flip. Hold on.
Okay.
We're going to flip. I haven't seen what it is. Wait. What was heads and what was tails?
We're doing the same thing, which I'll tell you afterwards, just to make sure there's no rigging here, just so everyone knows there's complete transparency. I know the heads and tails, you know the coin thing, so.
What it is. We got ourselves the tails.
Yes, Deadpool did it!
Damn.
Because John Wick being the first seed was heads, and Deadpool being second seed was tails, as we did it last time. So Deadpool will move on. Yes.
Damn. That's sad.
It's a great day for Deadpool. And a great day for originality. See, if you just voted for a lock, we wouldn't be in this position right now. So, now, the 8th seed Moneyball versus the 24th seed Logan.
Easy.
I feel like you're going to say Moneyball.
Z. Obviously, Brad Pitt. Never
But Logan.
Never betray my boy Brad Pitt like that.
See, I liked Moneyball a lot. Moneyball did some things which I never thought a movie could do. Moneyball made me like Jonah Hill. I didn't think that was possible.
How come you didn't like Jonah? Who does?
He isn't
like
funny.
He's
just
hilarious.
No, not really.
He
I
is
don't
hilarious.
think he's never been in a movie that I found him funny. Like
Him and
never.
Seth Rogen, comedy gods.
Seth Rogen's great. I like Seth Rogen.
And
I don't like. I can't
forget,
stand.
Don't forget
like-
about Dave Chappelle, comedy
Yeah.
god.
I don't know why. I just can't stand the way he talks. You know. I feel like that's mean, but like it's true. So
Wow.
I'm sure people have said worse things about him. So yeah. I mean, but he was awesome in this. Maybe it's just he can't be funny. That's the thing. If he's just serious, he's fine.
Yeah.
But oh my God, Logan is so good. And I don't want this to be another case where, like, just like how the Oscars robbed Logan of everything, we rob Logan of everything. Like, Logan deserves credit for being awesome, right?
It was an excellent movie for sure.
Even X-23 was awesome.
Yeah.
Professor X was awesome. Like,
everything about that movie was awesome.
like even the trailers were awesome.
True.
And Moneyball was great.
Moneyball was
Logan,
amazing.
But Logan, like, it's being robbed of everything and all the credit it deserves.
It's the most underrated superstar movie,
Yeah.
if you can call it that way.
It's one of the most underrated superhero movies.
Yeah.
Besides, actually, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Flip, drop.
So, I mean, what are you voting for?
Moneyball.
Okay. And I have to go with Logan. I just have to give it the benefit of the doubt.
All right.
Flip the
Put it down on the table. I don't know what it is. We got another Tails.
Logan again. Oh, Logan, great.
Damn it.
I guess the coin is like, okay, fine, I was mean to you last time. I'll be nice to you now. Which I'm not complaining about, so, it's all good. It's all good. So now Deadpool and Logan will face off round 4.
Alright.
So, Inception and The Fighter. What do we think?
Oh, that's not mine.
So, as we slowly die and make this decision, I'm going to, and I love Inception. Let me tell you, Inception is such a good movie. The acting is phenomenal. The visuals are phenomenal. The idea is phenomenal. Like, Inception is one of those movies where it's like, great idea, and it goes well, Like, a lot of movies, it's like, great idea, but poorly executed. This movie is great idea, great and it's awesome. But, this is the thing, even more so than Jonah Hill. If you can make me like Mark Wahlberg, then you've done something right.
How come you didn't like Mark Wahlberg?
I don't know. He's never been. I've never seen him in a good movie. To be fair, he hasn't been in many of
What's the
those.
movie for the fighter?
Transformers. I'm sure he's been in something else I've seen. I'm sure he's been in something I've seen. Hold on, let me see what he's been in. Mark Wahlberg, and even Christian Bale. Like I didn't even recognize. Oh, I watched The Departed. I don't remember him. I don't remember Transformers, Deepwater Horizon. I watched him in. I didn't like him in that either.
What?
I like the movie. Oh, hey, you're watching a Mark Wahlberg movie now, aren't you?
Yeah. What? You didn't like Deepwater?
Not really. No, I like Deepwater Horizon. I didn't like him in Deepwater Horizon. There's a big difference. Yeah, that's about it. He was in Planet of the Apes? No, he wasn't. That's a lie.
I think he was.
Yeah, it says he was. But then I've seen him in 3 movies or something. I think it was 3. Either way, yeah, I just never really liked him. Maybe just because, I don't know, it's just something about him throws me off, you know?
Yeah.
So, Inception and The Fighter. I have to go with The Fighter. The Fighter was just so captivating and awesome, and Christian Bale was so awesome, and the story was so awesome. And there's just some great parts of that movie, so as much as I love Inception, The Fighter is what I'm going.
I'm in a dilemma. Help. Selection.
Okay, if you had to watch one of these movies right now, which one would it be?
Inception for Brewing with My Brain.
But like right at this very second, if you had to choose one of these 2 movies right now to watch, which one?
Inception for like just scream with my brain, and The Fighter for a pure powerful movie. I like when movies mess around with my brain, like The Matrix. So I'm gonna have to go with Inception.
Coin again. Okay.
I like, as much as I love The Fighter, Inception. It's a movie that messes with my brain, and I like those kinds of starts that they usually.
Wait, have you seen Shutter Island?
A bit.
You have to watch that all if you want something that messes with your brain. It's
Movie
Leo's.
that messes with your brain is The Matrix.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
Yes.
I watched that for the first time recently.
What did you think of it?
I mean, of course, it was awesome.
It was
I'd seen parts of it, but like I've never seen the whole thing. You know, I haven't watched
Right.
flip the coin. But I mean, yeah, Shutter Island. If you want a movie that messes with your brain, that thing did a number on me. Like my brain, I mean. I loved Mark Ruffalo and what's his face, Leo in it.
Mark Ruffalo's in it.
And Leo, they're both awesome. So.
Edward Norton was a better Hulk.
I would agree, but Mark Ben is the best Hulk.
But Edward Norton's just the better movie.
Yes, but the Incredible Hulk was in it.
Have you seen Edward Norton in Fight Club? He was awesome.
I've seen part of Fight Club. I have not watched the whole thing.
Yeah. All right. I flipped the coin. I don't know what it's on. Here's a revelation. I think
heads.
That's a heads.
So Inception will be moving on, and The Fighter will be staying behind. Now, John Wick versus Mad Max Fury Road. John Wick. I'm going to have to agree with you on John Wick, because although I love Mad Max Fury Road, and it's a phenomenal movie, and it is a phenomenal movie.
It is.
There's something about John Wick, which I just love. Like, I wasn't originally super on this idea of like John Wick, and I told you after I watched it, I was like, this is like a iffy movie to me, but it's grown on me, and especially after the 3rd one, I'm like, I can appreciate this franchise now properly, and I think because of that, I have to go like Mad Max Fury Road. It's an awesome movie. It has an awesome story, and even the way it's the cinematography, the fight scenes. Like, they're all awesome. But, like, if you ask me to choose a movie to watch right now, it would probably be John Wick. Now, speaking of, so Inception and John Wick will fight off in the next round. So, yeah, you can, so, Detroit versus Hateful Eight. See, this for me is a no-brainer. Although Detroit has great acting, it's a very powerful movie, Hateful Eight is just that. Like, Hateful Eight is just, like, I would honestly say Hateful Eight is one of my favorite Tarantino movies. Like, top 3, I think. I can check my list while you're making up your mind. But, like, look, have you made up your mind?
No, this is a tough one, too.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit's really good. And, I mean, Detroit is a movie which I was shocked at how much I liked. Like, I didn't expect to like Detroit as much as I did. I didn't really know what to expect, but I just loved it. And, yeah, Hateful Eight is my second favorite Tarantino movie.
I gotta represent my family. I'm going with Detroit.
Oh, okay. Coin flip.
All right.
If Hateful Eight wins, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood wins next, then it could be it could be Tarantino versus Tarantino, which would be pretty cool.
Oh damn, the battle play.
I mean, but like even Sam Jackson in Hateful Eight is just so good. Like the whole mystery element of Hateful Eight is really good. Yeah. But Sam Jackson's just awesome.
He can be awesome in some movies, but there's some where he's just weak.
There's never been a bad Sam Jackson.
Was he in Snakes on?
Yes, he was.
That was a bad movie.
Okay, there have been very few bad Sam Jackson.
The movie was so stupid. Alright, what song? I ain't looking. We got. Oh boy, that's not. There we go.
Heads.
That's a head.
So Detroit will be moving on.
Cool.
This is democracy, I guess. Okay, so we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Argo.
Ooh, that's a tough.
I can't decide. Like, Once Upon a Time, Quentin Tarantino needs to be in this bracket, like in the at least the final four.
Think about Argo. It's like political thriller and political. Once Upon a Time, it was engaged last year.
I would just like to remind you that you voted against The Accountant, so you don't have much Ben Affleck cred right now. So
Hey, I've seen Argo, and that's.
Except The Accountant was better.
What about Gone?
Oh, Gone Girl was better. So was Batman v Superman. I almost got through the whole sentence without laughing. That's like great. Just as but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like it's at least Margot Robbie for the 10 seconds she's in it at her best. It's definitely Brad Pitt's best role, 110%. I haven't seen all of his movies, to be fair, but it was better than him in Moneyball. Like, this was his best role.
Watch A River Runs Through with Brad Pitt. That's his best role.
It's
That's like
noted,
top
but
Brad Pitt.
I like funny Brad Pitt, and so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Political thriller.
I mean, to be fair, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you could argue is a political thriller.
So good.
In a way.
Okay. Argo, terrific.
Hey, we agreed on something. You don't need to use the coin today, right now. Yeah. Oh, I think we agreed on Moneyball.
We agreed on something once. It was John.
Oh, yeah, it's John Wick. So Detroit and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will be going up against each other. Now, Avengers Infinity War versus The Social Network. Look, I'm dying here, in case you don't know.
You're dying. You don't know what to pick, and I know you like.
But if I put it to that test, which one would you watch right now? Which is really the way I'm in my head break my like a deadlock. I would probably say Infinity War. I like Social Network, but if I had to choose one to watch right now, it would not be The Social. It would be Infinity War, because Infinity War is just entertaining from start to finish.
Thanos wins too. That's the
exactly.
Best part.
So I'm going with Infinity War. Infinity War. I mean, Infinity War now is going to lose. It'll probably. I think this next one, whatever Infinity War goes up against, will come down to the coin. But because it is Jason Bourne, versus Nightcrawler.
Ooh.
Look, I'm just going to say it. I'm going with Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler is one of the best I've ever seen. Don't get me wrong. It was absolutely awesome and beyond everyone's expectations. But for the sake of my love for Jason Bourne and for Matt Damon, I've got to...
What coin? We'll have to decide this.
Jason Bourne.
Nightcrawler, come on, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jason Bourne.
I knew Spider-Man wouldn't stand a chance in this bracket, but, come on. Gotta give Jake Gyllenhaal something.
I saw 2 Matt Damon movies. Not looking.
And it is Tails. So Nightcrawler will move on.
Damn it. Matt Damon look.
Oh, I watched no Jake Gyllenhaal movies, so maybe that's one. So that'll be going up against Infinity War. So I'm just gonna die now. But we have time. Do you want to do the next round so we can get to the final four?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Deadpool versus Logan.
Logan. Between the 2 Fox Marvel movies, Logan.
Deadpool. I'm going with Deadpool. Deadpool's funny. That's it. Just Deadpool's funny.
The best Fox movie, probably.
I know how I just talked a bunch about how Logan deserves, something, and it's been but
now you're going against it.
And now I'm no, Deadpool.
So you're going with Deadpool?
Yep, so the coin's gonna have to decide this.
Where is it? Right there.
Heads. So Heads. Deadpool will move on.
Yeah.
I think this coin likes Deadpool. I'm sorry, Logan. I'm sorry, Logan. I like you, Logan. Trust me. So, now we have John Wick and Inception.
Bro, no.
The plot thickens, it seems.
Like I said earlier, I like movies that can't be twinned.
I'm going with John Wick too. I love Inception. But I really, even just for the sake of the bracket, I want to see John Wick go up against Deadpool because they're basically the same. Minus the fact that Deadpool is funny and John Wick is serious. But, they're basically the same other than that, True. So, I think it's going to be unanimous against Inception, which is kind of, I love Inception. The fact that it got this far just proves that, even though I've never voted for it. But even though I have never voted for it, Inception's still great. Wait, have I voted? I don't think I've actually... I think I was I've actually never voted for Inception.
No?
No. Oh no, yeah, I did against Toy Story. Damn it. Why would I do that? Now we have Detroit versus Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I feel like there's like something dying inside of you, and then you're just like, okay. It's like Detroit. Then, like, you've got this awesome movie in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is like phenomenal in every way.
My
like
family,
again,
Detroit, I'm sorry.
unanimous again then, because
Again?
yeah, because as much as I love Detroit, and again, it was a surprise, a pleasant surprise. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is better. So, Infinity War versus Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
Infinity War.
Ah, I thought you were gonna say Nightcrawler. You love that movie.
I do, but again, if it was between which one would I watch right now,
For the sake of
it would be. Well, yeah. I mean, if I can't decide which one's better, then I just say which one's more entertaining for me. So But see, there's a reason Endgame didn't even make it into this bracket.
Oh my god, it didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I honestly wouldn't have even let it go past the first round. So
It was so bad.
It wasn't so bad.
Bad that it didn't even make a bracket.
I mean, a lot of movies that make the bracket. Like the only Marvel movies that made, like the only MCU movies that made it into the bracket were the Winter Soldier, which lost first round or second round.
It lost that early?
Because it lost to Detroit. Unanimous. So we're gonna need to flip.
Alright.
Wait, did any other? Yeah, the Avengers lost to Logan.
Yeah.
And
So you see, wait, did you vote on Logan in that one?
no, I voted for Avengers.
And you said you want Logan to win it all.
Okay, but I'd rather the Avengers has also been robbed. So my point still stands. Infinity War is making it far, but it's gonna die against Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It is.
I promise you, I will vote for Infinity War until the end of time. But
Once upon a time.
Once
till
upon
the
a
end of
time.
time.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, but whichever one wins, but if Infinity War doesn't make it, then you're gonna save me a lot of heartache voting against Nightcrawler.
Coin flip. Here we go.
Yeah, we should do this again. We should do this for the worst movie.
Yeah, true. Let's hope it's
No.
War does not. It deserves to be on this list. But
Yes.
On the worst list, it does not deserve to be there at all.
I can agree with that. Neither does there's very few MCU movies which deserve to be on that worst list. Although I can tell you, wait, hold on, I gotta check a year. There might be one movie. Wait, never mind, I won't make it because it's not in the right year. I mean, it depends on what we did. If we did worst of the decade, or if we just did worst of of all time. Maybe we'll do something fun, something random, comedy. I mean, Parasite didn't make it onto this list, which is great because
Oh yeah, I didn't.
I didn't make it past the first half an hour of that movie, and I don't know. Have you seen it? Is it
that good?
I don't know. I didn't. Literally, I watched on the plane. I couldn't get past the first half an hour. I didn't like Parasite, but apparently everyone's loving it. So.
Everyone's loving it.
But then again, I don't know how much taste they have. So there's this scene in The Fighter, which really just emphasized, which was Amy Adams talking about coming out of that movie with Mark Wahlberg and saying what kind of trash is that? I don't want to read my movie or whatever she said. That was the embodiment of what I felt about. I'm pretty sure that quote actually made it into the best of the decade thing beginning. I don't. But that embodies what I feel about Parasite. I don't want to read movies. Just if I wanted to read a book, I'd read a book, but I don't. And I know it's it's a visual. Let me have. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was the best movie of last year and should have won Best Picture, but or at least Knives Out should have gone. But
Coin flip, I think. What were the two movies that were there?
For the bracket, Nightcrawler, Infinity War. We have to flip the coin to figure out which one. I'm scared. If I don't see a head, I'm gonna be angry.
Well, I think it's your lucky day. You see a head right there.
Oh yes, Infinity War made it.
Damn it.
Oh, I'm so scared for a second. Nightcrawler put up a good fight though.
Mm-hmm.
It got farther than Knives Out. That's still hurting me inside. That didn't go farther. That deserves it so much. So we're on the final four. Deadpool, John Wick, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Avengers: Infinity War. I think we should leave this till next time, and I think we should just kind of wrap up / rant a little bit, and then call it a day. So yeah, we're down to the final four now. I'm really liking this bracket thing. Especially, it's so much better than the brackets I put on my story because I don't have to listen to other people's opinions.
No, there's
I know.
they would say.
Imagine eliminating all 4 Toy Story movies. Think about that for a second.
All 4?
All 4 of them. None of. None of them even made it to the final four. And in terms of Pixar movies. And Incredibles is losing to Finding.
What?
Yeah.
No.
This is the problem with people, you know?
Public opinion needs a better opinion.
I know, right? It's like, oh my goodness. People don't really have. This is why it's so much better to do it like this, you know? When people who have qualified opinion, qualified by our own account, at least, you know, sit here and talk about movies and then pick the one they believe is the best. And that is the way that it should be done. But I do like this bracket thing, and there's no news anyway, so it's not like we're missing anything. I'm sure one day we'll do a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood audio commentary. I'm sure that's coming, right?
Yeah.
Something that we're working on, you know. We're going to wait till we feel like it, or, you know, we have time. It's a very long movie.
Tarantino.
There's one movie I wish didn't exist. If Tarantino didn't make it, it would have been perfect. He would have had perfect movie, yeah. That's perfect. It's stupid about cars. You know what movie didn't make it onto here, which should have? Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
Like, it's a good movie.
It's not bad.
We should do best comedies next. That's what I think we should do.
We should do for like a nearly comedy action drama. No, it's super.
Yeah. Ooh. I just had a very complex idea, which I don't think we'll have the wherewithal to carry out, but I mean, it could happen. What if we did brackets for best of each genre, and then the best, all of those fought it out for best of all time? That would take a lot of energy, so hopefully we have that kind of energy to do like multiple brackets, and then like not in one episode, obviously, because that's a lot of work, but like, you know, like that would be cool, you know. I want to do comedy next though, because comedy is just. Also, I want Knives Out to get another chance to try to, like, you know, get somewhere. Because really, yeah, the second Knives Out can be awesome. So now we have, and then we can do like, you know, teen romance thing, and then you might actually have to watch it. Yes, we're gonna do it. My secret favorite genre movie. We can have things like Clueless and, like, you know, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Fighting It Out, Coming of Age, that's what we'll call it. And then you'll have to watch some movies. And there's one really good one, which I'm not sure. Have you seen it? It's got a bunch of good people, but they were young. It's called, like, Brotherhood something or other. It's got, like, Ben Affleck.
Jason Confused?
No. It was young. I think Matt Damon, too. No. It was, like, a really, like, I think it's Brotherhood of something. I'm gonna find this movie. Because it was like here we go. The Brotherhood of Justice. Oh, no. Sorry, it doesn't have Ben Affleck. It has Keanu Reeves and Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I think it was good. I don't even remember. But yeah, we should then, you know, we'll all have to watch some movies, and then, you know, and we could put some, like, Clueless just needs to be considered the best movie we'll move on in our lives, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, Clueless versus Mean Girls. Which one's better?
Both atrocious.
No, they aren't. That's my like. I love to watch those movies just like when I want to just not think. Like for most people, it's action, but for me, it's like those kind of. Oh.
My God.
Clueless is awesome. Paul Rudd's awesome.
Paul Rudd is cool, but Clueless is not cool.
Clueless is awesome. I will stand by that till the end of time. I love Clueless as a movie. It's phenomenal. Yeah, because I feel like I have to think during action movies, but during like those kind of movies, you don't have to think. You know how it's gonna end. It's kind of like, okay, let's just watch people be people. And at the beginning, it's really good because it's like, oh my God, these people have worse lives than me, and then you realize, oh wait a second, no, they don't. Drat. It's like an emotional roller coaster. So I think we're gonna do a bunch of genre brackets next. I mean, at this point, nothing's happening, so we might as well, because brackets are fun. Yeah, unless you have anything else to say regarding anything. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I'm going to try to, do maybe semi-regular video uploading again or something like that. I mean, some kind of thing where I make videos more than between once a month, And I think we'll try to make these podcasts, at least for now, weekly. But we'll try our very best to make them,
There's a movie coming out. Got Chris Hemsworth, David Harbour.
Oh my God, the Netflix one, right?
The producers are Anthony and Joe Russo. It's going to be...
Oh, speaking of Anthony and Joe Russo, they finished Cherry, or they're almost done filming Cherry, and they said Tom Holland's performance is worthy of an Oscar.
Now, sure.
Okay, Cherry looks awesome. Like, it looks like a Detroit kind of...
Cherry. Tom Holland's not good. Tobey Maguire.
But Tom Holland's so good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Toby.
So that's not true, but, we'll let you keep thinking that just for the sake of it. And if you like our rambling, then you can tune in every week, maybe, for more of our rambling, because that's just kind of our thing, you know?
Yeah.
We say a bunch of nonsense, and people listen to it for some reason.
I'm gonna, in our next podcast next week, good old called it.
That's the Netflix one. I might watch a movie between now and next week. I've actually not been watching a lot of movies, and it's been very weird. Like, it's been like since, I guess I watched Jackie, though. That was really good. Except Natalie Portman. I don't like her very much. Except I do, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, I haven't watched that many movies this month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. It's like nothing. Yeah, so, that's it, I guess. So don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us. I feel like I said this already. Go watch Status Update. It's awful, but it's awesome. So, it's like one of those awful, awesome movies. And it's got Dagger from Cloak and Dagger. So, and it's got the guy from Austin and Ally. Except it's not a Disney movie. It's really awful, but it's really good. So, yeah, go watch that. And to do all this, I said that. Follow us on social media. They're either in the description of the thing if you're on like a podcast listening service, or it's at the bottom of the screen if you're on YouTube. And yeah, this is what happens when nothing's happening in this world.
It gets bored.
No, maybe one day we'll spin off into one day we're gonna have 3 separate streams of this, telling you, or at least 2, basketball and this, and then we're just gonna one day when the rap ad. Then we'll be talking about that. LeBron Jr. is the best player. So yeah, that is the end of our ramblings.
Yeah.
You have a movie to watch. I have some stuff to do, and then I'm going to sleep and stuff. So, yes, everyone, this has been a blast. Hopefully it'll be the 20th by the time you get that. Is if I actually remember to. I will remember to. It'll be the 20th when you are listening to this, or maybe it'll be later if you listen to it later. But it will be uploaded on the 20th. I promise. Kind of. Not really. So yeah. See y'all later, I guess.